Now, I would like to invite you all, that is our attendees, to have a Q&A session for clearing your doubts that you possess with regard to the discussion carried on this platform today directly with our director. Henceforth, I leave this time for you all to interact on this platform.
Good morning, sir. My name is Sishank, and currently I'm appearing for my second match FG at Kandla. Sir,
Good morning, Shashank. Please go ahead.
as we all know that there are many DG approved institutes across India, and my question is that why should we join an institute which is not approved by DG? Hence, I apologize you for that, for being so blunt, and also I had to ask
No,
for
it's
it,
okay.
sir.
It's okay. It's okay. No need to apologize. I understand this part. As I already told you, I have been doing this for past 8 years. So I have faced a lot, many blunt questions, even than this in my this career of mine. And I understand from where this questions arises because see, the point is the exposure and the way we are being trained is plays a major role in how we develop our thought processes. So you are coming from the right background. We are taught in this field of ours that many a times only DG approved institutions should be the ones imparting education. That is how we have been growing up. Even I have grown up like that. And only authorized persons should teach. But here I have my own thought process whereby I do not agree to such you could call norms of the industry. Frankly, education is something that according to me can be imparted by anyone who possesses knowledge and moreover knows ways to impart them correctly to people who are sitting in front of him. So I have always felt I have that level of quality in me, and I have now I can proudly say I have backed them up over the last decade or so by the results that I already showed you through this slides and presentation. So if I have that capability and capacity in me, why do I need an approval to impart that knowledge? I understand approval is necessary for the part of assessment you people carry out. That part I know. But is that assessment enough to clear the examination? That is only giving you an eligibility. That certification is an eligibility that you can appear in the examination. But is that eligibility enough to clear the examination? My answer comes out no. And not because I am saying this. DG websites is open to all to visit. The results on every alternate month are open to all to visit. And if you want to, you might see that there are more red marks than black marks on every page of the result that comes out. So that simply means that is an indication in itself that failing percentages are far more than the people who are passing. And whether you are pass or failed, everyone who is giving that exam is attending some or the other DG approved institute. So don't you think it is high time a mediator should enter like CMG to help people out struggling out there, wasting their times? You yourself are one such example. You have studied there, but you are not yet cleared the examination, right? So don't you think there should be some mediation in between done by an efficient institution, irrespective of it is approved or not, but that can channelize people's growth in the best possible time? So this is my answer, and I hope I'm justifying what I'm saying. Don't you agree, Shashank?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Minesh Yadav, appearing for MATE COC examination. Sir, my question is, how will this institute help us in achieving quick results?
Okay. I would first appreciate the question that you have asked, because I think that part was not, explainable in the slides that we presented. Though we presented the results, but how we achieved them is something that is not, I cannot show them in slides. That is something I have to speak about. So thank you, first of all, for asking this kind of a question. See, result orientation should be a part of each educational institution, irrespective of the industry it belongs to. That is how I think. Because that is the main goal and sole goal of giving education to anyone, whether you are at school level or higher educational level or a professional setup like us. Every education institution should have a result orientation program. But as I told Shashank also in my last answer, that nowadays, specifically to our industry, if I can talk for a while, education is given at a lot of places, but what about the results? The results, you can self see them on the websites, as I told. They are not very encouraging over the, especially past 4 or 5 years. So the point is, CMG steps in with that part of education specifically. As I told in my slides as well, that is my USP. I focus on result orientation with every step that I take. How? Individual attention, which is lagging in most of the institutions. And how do I, encourage individual attention? I have limited my batch intake for past 8 years that I have been teaching to only 12 students per batch. I do not take more than 12 students in a batch, because I know I have not only to, increase number of people out there. Even in my classrooms, if you visit sometime, whenever in near future you have time to, you can come and see, I do not have more than 12 chairs in any classrooms of mine. So I adhere to it so strictly. So that part is one section where result orientation enhances. Second section is that I am giving you validity processes, as I told in my slides as well. That is one part where I'm assuring and securing the mind of person who's coming in my institution, that if at one chance I'm not clearing and suppose I fail, so I don't have to look for a new page, new setup, new structure, new people, new faculties, new groups every time. That is a very big question in a lot of people's mind. So I am securing that mindset of yours by allowing you the validity of the examination process that you are adhering to at this place. So that way you have that sense of security in your mind ki even if I get flunked in any of my forthcoming attempt, I still have one chance or might be two chances according to the validity granted to me by this place. And I can go again and study with the same faculties under new prospects and new batches in new group, but with the same zeal and with the same, efforts. And I have a more better chance and more assured chance of passing the examination. That is what it is. That is what it should be all about. Ultimate goal is to pass as quickly as possible. It is not about just going on and searching new places every time and trying to find new groups, WhatsApp groups every time, and asking your questions there without any authenticity of the answers you get. So that is the whole agenda. I have developed a structure where I work on those aspects which most of the people are neglecting. And that is why I'm consistently giving results for so many years. Understood, Minesh? Satisfied?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Well understood.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Sir,
Moses.
sir, I'm Pratik Sawant, appearing for
Okay.
second mate for ongoing COC examination.
Okay,
Sir,
Pratik.
sir, our online sessions you just mentioned only for now, as in situational, or will they be continued?
Okay. It is a very short answer from my side. Don't worry. Online sessions are now as integral part of this institution as were the physical sessions till March 2020. And they are going to be continued for as long as we are working at this space and growing this space. So you don't have to worry about it. The mindset and the thought process behind organizing online was, I accept that what primarily was COVID-19. But as we have progressed through these sessions for last 2.5 months now, we have realized that this could be an add-on platform for a lot of people who are trying to connect to us or trying to find places like us sitting at their home, because they might not be able to afford their, cost of living of a city like Mumbai. There are a lot of people who might be facing those issues. They have to give our fees, then they have to afford the cost of living and lodging and boarding in Mumbai. So I gave that a thought during this process that I have been doing online, and I realized it is better that I make it permanent rather than only situational. So don't worry, this will be an integral part from now on, and it is going to stay here. This facility is going to be. Don't worry.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. Anybody else?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, I am Keshav Sharma. Sir, what is your oral preparatory pattern? As there is no proper oral guidance available out there. So, sir, if you may elaborate on it a bit.
Okay, Keshav, orals preparatory patterns you are trying to inquire about. That is what I got from the question that you put up.
Yes, sir.
Oral's preparatory pattern, if you ask, see, first, very, I could say a very blunt answer will be there is no patterns in oral. Why I'm saying so? Because see, you might have yourself realized by now that, in fact, a lot of people might have realized by now that for written examination, whether at second mates level or whether at mates level, there are a lot of even on DG's websites there are circulars, and plus in all the DG approved institutions in libraries there is authenticated DG approved syllabus that is kept, right? And that is accessible to people, so you can learn what you have to study, what topics, what sequence, what all books, that is accessible. But as far as oral is concerned, no such data is available anywhere. Have you ever seen any kind of data available anywhere for oral study, sequence that is telling you the sequence or topics, or it is very judgmental kind of a thing, and that too most of the people are doing on a self-judgment basis. Am I right or wrong?
Right, sir.
Right. So the point is, doing it without any guidance and trying to throw your hands out on everything that you get through certain groups that are accessible to you is one thing, and to study under a prospects and under a guided platform that like CMG is another thing. So here the faculties are specifically experienced. First of all, they have themselves appeared and cleared their orals at their respective times in the past, and now they are teaching here. So every day they are meeting new people, new setups, new experiences, feedbacks from candidates, so that enhances their exposures of imparting knowledge as well. So it is a consistent process for us as well. So doing it for 8 to 10 years now, we are very well, accustomed to how to prepare a person for a oral. That experience counts at the end. And moreover, experience with authentication. By authentication, what I mean is, suppose nowadays I've seen what a lot of people do is, they get any new question from anywhere. Either they try to search on Google, again an easily accessible platform, or they try to put up that unknown question in a group which they might be a part of and try to get answers from someone in the group itself. But no offense to anyone, my point is, wherever you are trying to search, more than what you are trying to search, the resource of what you search also matters. Because ultimately a surveyor at the end might ask you, son, whatever you are saying, where have you found out that? From where? What is your reference point? And obviously at that time, I don't think you can say, sir, Google, or my reference point is a WhatsApp group. Can you give that answer, Keshi?
No, sir, we can't give it.
So that is the problem. So here we are not only imparting knowledge or patterns. We are also in orals. We are also giving the resources of information. And what better than direct IMO publications? That is the final aspect of any knowledge that you are gaining, right? That is an authorized publication set up by an authorized organization in this industry. So these assets help people. That is what enhances their knowledge. They can, they're searching the right platform, they're searching the right resources, which is almost impossible in an atmosphere to search individually sitting at home without any proper guidance. And secondly, after studying, directly most of the people, what they do, after studying it for say 1.5 months, might be 2 months, they directly book an oral and go straight away into an examination hall, then straight away into an surveyor's cabin and sit and start appearing the oral. Now, most of the people do that. But again, a problem is, though you might have studied a lot, I agree. You might have made a lot of notes, I agree. But have you got any experience of sitting within a cabin and channelizing your knowledge to the best of your efforts and impressing the surveyor sitting in front of you? Do you have an experience of that?
No, sir. Sir, that is what happened to me on first attempt.
Yes, that is what happens. So this is what we are taking care of even in our institution. What we do is, after teaching you for a week, suppose the syllabus for 3 functions is suppose say roughly 2 months, suppose. Now after teaching you for Monday to Friday, every Saturday with the same faculties who are teaching you, we construct a panel and give you a feel of what you have studied for the last 5-6 days every week by asking you a 15-minute short mock oral questions. So every week you are somewhere down the line increasing your confidence level because you are answering to those people who are teaching you. Apart from that, once your entire process is finished, we organize a proper mock oral by giving you a say 5 to 7 days notice, depending on the time we have in hand at that time before your actual orals. So we give you that notice, and we conduct in a cabin atmosphere. We'll conduct a proper oral with those faculties in a panel. Suppose there are 3 faculties teaching you. So on Saturdays, only 1 faculty was asking the question. Now, after the course is finished, the entire panel will sit, creating pressure on you and asking you to perform on whatever they have taught for past 1.5 to 2 months. And this does not end there. After all this, there is another channelization whereby you might have seen we are connected to some DG surveys. One of them was our guest of honor today as well. So those ex-DG surveys will get a notification that so and so person is ready for a cabin atmosphere oral, and after you clear and satisfy our faculties by appearing our oral, we'll give you another 2 days time, and we'll arrange for that ex-DG surveys cabin atmosphere orals for you. So what happens is this continuation in so many steps and processes that yields amount of confidence that you need to give it a throw when you are first time appearing in that oral in an actual examination center with an actual survey. So it is all about creating situations and support around you what you are gaining. It is not only about studying books. That you can do as much as you want at your home. But if you're, I always tell my students one statement, that it is not because of lack of knowledge that people fail always. More than that, it is because of lack of correct process in gaining that knowledge why people fail. So there's a very fine line between only studying and studying in a processed manner. That fine line is where CMG steps in. That is what we people do. We do not only teach you books. We do not only make you do certain exercises. We people put in that effort to create that difference in your mind, that your process and in gaining through that knowledge aspect should also be correct. Not only gaining part should be correct. That process also matters. How you have prepared yourself. What all things that you have done which most of the people might not be doing sitting at their home. What is the difference between them that you should pass and they should fail? We build all these aspects in your mind during the course that you attend with us. Understood, Keshav?
Yes, sir. Understood. Thank you.
Shalom. Thank you.